Okay, now what I want to do first is I want to go down to the equations and the fractions first. All right, so everybody do me a favor, scroll down. All right, we'll come back halfway and we'll do all of these. But again, solving equations is a problem for some of you. So we're going to practice every class. We're going to practice solving equations. And still some of you guys are struggling with some of the fractions. So we're going to review those as well. All right, so your job is to go ahead and to do the evens and then do the IXL. All right. So again, please, all right, ask questions on the equations. All right, everybody has got to ask questions on the equations if you're still having trouble. Those of you guys are in good shape. If I do number one and you want to do number two, I don't care. But I just need everyone working, all right, and asking questions. All right, some of you I'm really concerned about. All right, so please speak up. All right, here we go. Now, keep in mind, variables equal numbers. All right, so I want the variables on the left and I want numbers on the right. Okay, so this is a variable. This
Mr.
is
Stroud,
yes.
I think I'm on the wrong one because I can't find it. I'm on the introduction to fractions.
No, it's the one. No, there's extra.
It's the one we posted today.
Yeah, the one I posted today.
Yeah. The IXL algebra 1, Q1, Q2.
Yeah. At the bottom of the page, solving equations. Scroll down, see if you see it.
There it is. Okay.
Okay. So now, again, variables to the left, numbers to the right. So now, when we're working these, okay, the 2x has to go with the other. It has to be moved to this side. When I move something, I have to change the sign. So it's plus 2x on the right. It's going to be minus 2x on the left. Then I have to add 18. Add 18. Now, some of you, and I know who you are confused. So I can't help you unless you tell me. All right, does anybody have any questions with that? We're grouping or putting the variables together and we're putting the numbers together. Now, why is that important, how I did that? Because this right here cancels and this cancels. Now we have the variables grouped together and we have the numbers grouped together. So now when I look at this and say, okay, negative 7x minus 2x, that's negative 9x. Then I can group these two together. 27 plus 18 is equal to 45. Anybody have any questions with that? And then we divide both sides by negative 9. Divide by negative 9. So x is equal to negative 5. Nobody has any questions? Come on.
I just don't get that, like, at all. Like, I don't get any of it.
Now, remember, this is, it has to do with, first of all, practice, but it also has to do with understanding, okay? So again, your ultimate objective is to coordinate the variables together and to put the numbers together. Do you understand what I mean by variables and numbers, William?
No, yeah, kind of.
No, not kind of. If it has a letter, it's a variable. This is a variable. What is the 18? Is it a number or a variable?
A number.
What's the 2x?
A variable.
What's the 27?
That's why I need the V's. That makes more sense.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, William, and everyone else. All right, Weber, some of you guys, come on. I need you. Don't be afraid to ask a question.
Mr. Scott,
Right? It's
I think
way
you might be on the
too
wrong
important.
one.
What's the matter?
I think I might be on the wrong one.
No, you're not. Just go all the way down.
Okay.
Go down the page. All right, I'm
Oh,
working.
yep, I found it. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else having trouble?
I have a question.
Good. Speak up.
I just don't. I get number one. I just don't get when you start to get in the fraction.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm doing them all. All right. I'm going to do them all. And then I'm going to post the solution for the evens. And your job is to grade yourself on the evens. Do you understand? Okay. And guys, some of you, I know you want to get to the video games and stuff, but you're expected to know this next year. I'm not starting in chapter 1. I'm starting in chapter 3. All right, I need you to know this. And some of you are not speaking up, and it's not getting any better. Smart people ask questions. All right, so please don't hesitate. If I'm not clear, I want to be clear. I want to be clear with everyone. So that's what I'm saying. Speak up, speak up, speak up. All right. Now, about 3 of you know how to do this one. All right. This is a proportion. To solve a proportion, we cross multiply. Now I'm going to draw this way, and then these get multiplied together. All right. That's what's meant by cross multiplying. So now I have 3 open parentheses, 2x minus 3 equals 2 times x minus 4. All right, now we do the distributive property. Now, some of you are making a mistake distributing. You weren't distributing to the second number. So I want to review that. 3 times 2x is what? 6x. Then you multiply 3 times negative 3. That's negative 9. Equals. Now you multiply 2 times x. That's 2x. Then you multiply 2 times negative 4. That's negative 8. Now, all you guys who don't know are supposed to speak up.
I had a quick question.
Yes, good for you. Thank you so much.
So this is kind of related to that. The x doesn't x alone just mean 1 also?
Yes, it does. So that's like 2 times 1. That's how I got that too. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm trying to make sure that you understand. You have to speak up.
Wait, I'm confused on like what we would do after that, because then you just have
I'm not there yet. All I'm asking you to do is step by step. You're gonna, Hunter, if that's you, you're supposed to tell me immediately when you don't see something.
Okay.
So if you're good right now, don't ask a question.
Okay.
Anybody else? Yeah, I'm going step by step. Girls, where are you at? Girls, does anybody have any questions? All right. Now we're back to what we did originally. Okay. Now, this is a variable. This is a number. This is a variable. This is a number. We have to put our numbers together and our variables together, right? So I'm going to push, or I'm going to move the 2x to the left side. Right now, it's a plus 2x. So if I move it to the other side, it's a what? Minus 2x. Minus 2x. And then I have to move the 9 to the other side. So right now it's a minus 9, so now I have to do what? Add 9. Add 9. And what that does is that puts the variables with the variables and the numbers with the numbers. Because again, these guys right here, this cancels out and this cancels out. All right, now girls, time to speak up.
Uh,
Go
I
ahead,
have a
anybody, but I'm
Um,
specifically talking at the girls. Go ahead.
Would it matter if you did it the other way around, like you did minus 6x or
No,
not?
it wouldn't, but
Right.
if you remember me saying I try to keep the variables positive.
All right.
All right, but you're 100% right. You could put the variables on the right and the numbers on the left. We just traditionally do it the other way. We traditionally put the variables on the left and numbers on the right.
All right.
Okay, girls, no one has any questions. Come on, girls. You can even do it anonymously. No one. All right, here we go. So now 6x minus. Go ahead. Come on, speak up.
Why is it +2 not or
Where do you see a
Why-
+2?
like why do you do -2 instead of +2 when you're
Thank
putting
you. Thank you. Thank you. Because what you're initially trying to do, Jake, right, is you're trying to, let me go ahead and erase. All right. Once you understand this, math just becomes so much easier. All right. What your goal is, Jake, is to eliminate the 2x from the right side. So to eliminate it, I have to do the opposite. See, negative 2x and positive 2x do what to each other?
cancel.
That's right. So now the x's are gone. So this is not over there anymore. Right now I want the -9 on the other side. Right? I have to eliminate -9. The only way I can eliminate -9 is with a what? +9.
Plus-
Now these guys cancel out. All right. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. And again, I promise you, it just comes from practice. That's why when some of you use the artificial intelligence to do the IXL, now you don't know anything because you never learned how to solve it in the first place. All right. That's the problem with using the stuff on the internet to solve the problems for you. All right. Now, next, 6x minus 2x is what? 4x. -8 plus 9 is 1. Anybody have any questions with that so far? William, how you doing?
Good.
Weber, how are you? Lily, Skemp, Cece, come on, people. Join me. Divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. That's a fraction. X equals 1/4. That's the answer, guys. Anybody have any issues?
Yeah, I got a question.
Good, come on.
Why wouldn't it be negative? Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, because it's +6.
Right, okay. Who else?
I met answer, but my final two, like 4x and 1, they came out negative because I didn't do 3x first, if that makes sense.
Yes. So then, but if you divide a negative by a negative, you still get a positive.
Yeah. Would it matter if I flip them
No,
around?
no, it does not.
Okay.
Very good question, Oscar. All right, let's try number 5, please. All right, now here some of you tried to divide. All right, but you misunderstood what I said. The reason why we can't divide by -2 is because we'd have to divide everything through by -2, and those don't divide evenly. So the only course of action here is to go ahead and distribute. So again, we're going to distribute. That's -14x. +10 minus 11 equals 33. Now's the time. Jump in. Anybody have any questions?
Why would it switch from a -5 to a +10?
Negative,
What did
negative
you-
equals positive.
Yes, you did -2 times -5.
Oh, okay, I see. Never mind.
You with me?
Mhm.
All right, good question. Now keep them up. All right. Now, right here, everybody should be able to read that. 10 minus 11. What is 10 minus 11?
-1.
-1. So negative 14x minus 1 equals 33.
I don't understand how you can just do that.
Well, if
Okay.
I ask you a question, what's 10 minus 11?
No, I know, but like, don't you have to do like plus? Like
Well,
negative?
you can do that, but there's a rule that you should always try to combine things first.
Alright.
You should always. It's like saying if I have 3x plus 2x plus 8x, you would just say that's 13x.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's on the
alright.
same side of the equation. You combine terms.
Yeah, I got
Again,
it.
good job, guys. This is correcting everything that you're getting wrong. If you don't ask me questions, all of your problems are wrong because some of you don't even check your work. All right, just put things down. Come on now, guys. I want you to do better.
I have no
All right. So now I do a +1, +1, negative 14x equals 34. Anybody have any issues with that? Now we divide by -14. Divide by -14. The reason why we do that again is because these guys cancel. Now, x equals, that's just a fraction. We reduce by 2. 34 divided by 2 is 17. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And that is our answer. Anybody? All right, so now let's look at number 7.
Wait, I was sorry.
Good. No, don't be sorry. Speak up.
I'm kind of still a little confused on how we went from 34 over negative. You would just. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Right?
Never
What
mind,
did you do? Just divided by -14, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, now number 7. Again, I'm going to move this over here. I move this over here. So if I subtract x, add 2, add 2. That's what I want everyone to have on their paper. And then I want you to mark it. This cancels. This cancels. Uh-oh. This one also canceled. So that means nothing was left on the left side. Nothing. 0 equals 9. That's what that says. Does 0 equal 9? That shouldn't be a question. Does 0 equal 9?
No, so there's
No. So there's no solution. That is correct. No solution. That's the answer to that. That's a contradiction. X minus 2 cannot equal x plus 7. Not possible. No matter how hard you try, no number will solve that equation. Here we go. Number 9. All right, now again, we have to distribute. Distribute. -3 times 4x. -12x. -3 times +6. -18 equals 8x plus 12. Anybody have any questions with that? No one. All right, everybody should be getting pretty good.
Wait.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
If it says +6 there, so why is it -18?
What is this number right here?
Oh, never mind.
Why did you say
Yeah.
never?
because -3 times 6 is
Yes. That's Jake, right?
yes.
On your last one, I wrote down, you forgot to distribute the negative like 3 or 4 times. Now you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. Super important. Now you know how to do everything. Okay. Some of you guys, you just need a little fix. All right. Now, subtract 8x. Subtract 8x. Add 18. Add 18. Negative 20x equals 30. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Good. Speak up.
So maybe instead of like subtracting 8, could you add
Yes, you can.
-12?
Not add negative 12, you just add 12.
Or I'm sorry, add 12.
How did you get 8x plus 18?
How did I get what?
Negative 8x plus 18.
Okay, Alden. So what I did was I moved the 8x over with the 12x. So I did minus 8x, minus 8x. Then I had to move the minus 18 over with the 12. So I added 18, added 18.
Why did you do that?
Say that again.
Why did you do that?
Were you here on question number 1 and number 2, or number 1 and number 3, number 5, number 7? That's what I've been doing on all of them. The variables always go on the left and the numbers always go on the right, Alden. That's what I've been doing this whole time.
Okay.
All right? The variables have to be grouped with the variables, and the numbers have to be grouped with the numbers. So if they're on opposite sides of the equation, you have to move them. And when you move something, you just simply change the sign. You with me?
Yes.
Alden?
Yes,
Come
I
on
am.
now. All right. So back to where we were. Negative 20x equals 30. Now we just divide by negative 20. And that becomes negative 3 over 2. Alden, is that okay now?
Yes.
Jake, you okay?
Yeah, but I thought you actually divide 30 by 20 instead of
No,
simplifying.
because listen to me. That's another good question for you. You always divide by the number in front of the variable. You always divide by the number in front of the variable. You hear me?
Yeah.
Is that helpful? On all of these, I divided by 14 because that's the number in front of the variable. I divided by 4 because that's the number in front of the variable. I divided by 9 because that's the number in front of the variable.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Patterns, guys. Getting the patterns.
It's just because like that one was like negative 5 over 9 or something, and
Which
then the
one?
answer was 5.
You want me to go to number 5? Is that what
No, I don't know what number it was.
Okay.
It was the first one. It was negative 45 over 9, and then your answer was negative 5. So you divided the top one by the bottom one.
Exactly.
But then like on this last one,
Uh-huh.
you just turned it in. You kept it a fraction.
Right, because 30 divided by 20. What's 30 divided by 20? Doesn't divide evenly.
Okay.
Right? 30 over 20, I just cross out the zeros. I divided both by 10. All right? Good job, guys. I appreciate it. All right, now we're just going to review the fractions, which some of you guys still are struggling with. All right, so come on, guys. Now, again, my advice is when you're doing fractions, adding and subtracting, you stack them on top of each other. So now what's the common denominator here? And we're not using calculators, all right? Common denominator is 21. Is anybody having trouble with the common denominator being 21?
I thought for addition you just don't find common denominator, or is that
That's
subtraction?
100% incorrect. Multiplication and division, you don't have to find a common denominator.
Oh,
Okay, but now you learned something, or you reviewed something. So I have to multiply this by 7 and multiply this by 3. So this becomes 15 over 21, and this becomes 14 over 21. So now when I add them, that's 10 and 29 over 21. Anybody have any issues with that? Now, of course, 29 over 21 is the same as 1 and 8 over 21, but there's this 10 already there, so the correct answer is 11 and 8 over 21. Now, once again, guys, there's nothing I can do, all right? If you're not involved and you don't know how to do that, I can't help you if you don't speak up. Any issues? All right, here we go.
Wait, I
Kind of.
don't know how you got the 29 over 21.
Well, what's 14 plus 15?
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, good. Come on, keep speaking up.
I have a quick question.
Yep, good.
I'm just a little confused why we're doing this right now. Like, I didn't know it's part of the thing. It doesn't matter. I was just wondering.
Well, no, because it's a big part of algebra is understanding numbers.
Oh, okay.
And I thought everybody understood fractions.
Okay.
And then I gave a couple questions with the equations that had fractions, and people had no idea how to do it.
All right, that makes sense. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Yeah, I
also.
agree. Yeah,
You
I
know?
just want to make sure.
No, that's a good question. I appreciate it. I shouldn't have to be doing this, right? But some people forgot, all right, which kills solving equations. So this should really help you guys, all right? Now, when you're multiplying, you have to get improper fractions. So 5 times 3 plus 3 is 18 over 5 times negative 10 over 27. So I know my answer is negative because positive times a negative is a negative. Now you're just saying, where do they reduce? 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 goes into 10 twice. 9 goes into 18 twice. 9 goes into 27 3 times. So now we multiply straight across. 2 times 2, 4. 1 times 3, 3. Negative 4/3. All right. Now, number 15. Do you add those or do you subtract those?
Adam.
That is
Subtract.
correct. Nope, you add them. The reason you add them is because they're both what? They're both negative. All right. So again, we have to get a common denominator. All right. So in this case, the common denominator is 8. All right. So that one stays 3/8 because you just multiply by 1. This one you multiply by 2. Now, this becomes negative 8 and 9/8, which is the same as negative 8. 9/8 is the same as 1 and 1/8.
And would be 9.
That's correct. So negative 9 and 1/8 is your answer. All right. Now, again, it's really pointless just to write the work down if you don't know what you're doing. That's where some of you are making your biggest mistake. You're just copying down what I'm doing and think you're being a good student.
Mr. Stroud, where did you get the 1 from?
The 1 and 1/8?
No, not the 1 and 1/8. On the top, you multiplied the 3/8 by 1. And I don't
Right,
think
because you don't have to do that because it already has the denominator as an 8. So you just leave it.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh,
We're
yeah,
good.
no, I see it. Thank
We're
you.
good. Thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate you. All right, let's knock out 17. Now, again, when you're doing this, in my personal opinion, it's better to just do these first, the two negatives. Right? We're going to do those first. It's easier. All right? So here we go. Negative 6 1/2 minus 4 2/3. What's common denominator here, guys?
6.
6, right. Thank you. So multiply this by 3. Multiply this by 2. So now I have negative 10 and 7/6, which is the same as negative 11 and 1/6. Do I have any questions with that? Now I have negative 11 and 1/6 plus 5 3/4. So I have to get a common denominator. Common denominator is 12. Multiply by 3. Multiply by 2. And does everybody agree we're subtracting here? Because we have a negative and a positive. The problem
Yes.
here, guys,
Do we need to change it? Yeah.
yeah,
That's
you have to borrow on this one. You can't go 2 minus 9, so you borrow, you make this a 10, and then the rule was you add those together. So that becomes 14. Now you can do the subtraction. 14 minus 9, 5/12. 10 minus 5 is 5. And don't forget, it's negative. All right, that one is a hard one. Okay, make sure you know how to do that. All right, last one now before we go to the IXL. All right, 2/3 times 6/7. Divide means multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, now it's a matter of cross canceling. 3 and the 6, that goes 1, that goes 2. 7 and 14, 7 goes into 7 1, 7 goes into 14 twice. 2 times 2 times 2, 8. 1 times 1.
So 8/9.
Yay, thank you. 8/9. All right. Now, everyone make themselves a note right now. Do the evens. And I'm going to post the solutions. You check your work. This is how you determine if you're learning something or not. I know you have calculators. Writing down the answer is not making me happy, guys. Some of you guys, I'm calling your parents and say you're taking too many shortcuts. And some of you already know I'm being honest because I've already talked to your parents. All right, please. This is critical. You have to know fractions.
Do we have to do? Sorry.
Go, I'm listening.
Do we have to do the stuff above, like with like the graphs?
Oh, now we're getting ready to do that right now. All right, but listen to me. This part of the IXL, I don't mind you doing on your own because it's really just definitions. Anybody can do this. There's no math, just plotting points. All right? Anybody can do this. It's super easy. The reason why kids have trouble is because they don't understand the definitions. Okay? So I've got about 20 minutes here, guys. Buckle down with me. Let's go. All right? So first thing I want everybody to write down is relation. All right? A relation is just a set of ordered pairs. All right, just a set of ordered pairs. Remember, it was always x comma y, okay? Then the next big term today is function. All right? A relation is a function if all x values are different. All right, a relation is a function if all x values are different. The next thing, domain and range. Notice domain is in alphabetical order with range. Domain comes before range. Domain is the set of x values in the relation. And what do you think the range is?
Set of y values.
Right, exactly. It's the set of y values in the relation. Okay, so that's just information. That's not hard. That's just information. No math. Okay, those are things you have to know. You have to write that down because I'm going to ask you specifically about them in a minute. All right, now, here we go. I have 3 points. You have to graph them. So we're going to review graphing. 6, 9. Over 6, up 9. We're graphing 8, 6. Over 8, up 6. Over 1, up 3. So everybody see how simple that is? Everybody good? All right. Now, I used to tell kids, this is old school. This is how they used to write it before they did x comma y. All right, but they just found a quicker way to write it. All right, so what I want you to realize is that's called a mapping. All right, the 5, 0, 7, 1, 8, 5. Now, come on, that's super easy. Does everybody agree with that? It's just old school. That's all it is. All right, that's how they used to write it before they came up with a quicker way. All right, so here we have 3 points. Let's graph them. Now, be careful. X first. 5, 0. 7, 1. 8, 5. How's that? Anybody have any questions? I told you it's going to be easy. Very easy. All right. Now, believe it or not, that's how they used to write ordered pairs, just like number 3. Again, this is called a mapping. Okay. 0 goes to what? 20.
Me.
Right. Does everybody see how easy that is? 2 goes to what number? Come on, everybody speak up. 2 goes.
16.
Thank you. 8 goes to what?
11.
11. 12 goes to what?
2.
Does everybody agree? Simple, simple. Okay. Okay, now you're going from an ordered pair to a mapping. Is the answer A or B? Come on, girls. Someone speak up. Tell me, is the answer A or B?
Should I say it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it.
What is it?
The second one.
B.
B, yeah, of course. 1 goes to negative 11. 6 goes to negative 11. and 6 also goes to 20. Does everybody agree? Simple, simple, simple now. All right, it's called a mapping. You'll probably never, ever do it again. All right, number 5. Now you have to put it as a table. All right, so all you have to do is -12, -11, -8, 11, -7, 6, -3, -12. This is the most other frequent way to write points. We say write it in a table. All right, the x values go first, the y values go second. Anybody have any questions with that? Told you, very easy. All right, here we go. Now, the difference here is we just have 5 points. Now there's positives and negatives. All right, so here we go. 2 goes up to 8. -1 down to -10. -7, -8. 5 goes up to 7. -5 down to -10. Again, does anybody have any questions plotting points? We've been doing this literally since 5th grade, so it's not a problem for most of you. But again, remember, the main thing is x first, y second. You go left and right, then you go up or down. Okay? Number 7. Now here, before I graph these points, to me it's easier just to write them as ordered pairs. All right? So -10 goes to -9. -9, I got to follow it, make sure I'm right, goes to 5. -4 goes to 3. -2 to -3. 2 to -10. And 7 to -5. Does everybody see that? And now I have 6 points. So I just like to write out 6 points for you. Now watch. -10, -9. -9, +5. -4, +3. -2, -3. 2, -10. 7, -5. Everybody good with that? All right, now we just have to write the ordered pairs, okay? Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what I always tell my kids is always do the numbers, always work the numbers from left to right, okay? So you don't make a mistake. So this point is first.
Wait, Mr. Show.
Yeah.
So for like the one above, do we use the ones from like, do we do it randomly or do we do the ones from up there?
I graphed these.
All right, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
Yep, nope, you're good. All right, so the first point here is -4, 5. The second point, -3, 4. The third point, 0, 5. The fourth point, 1, 5. 2, 4, and 4, 4. Okay? I know that's pretty easy. All right, here we go. Number 9. Okay, remember what I told you. Domain is the x values. All right, so let me show you the best way to do this. All right, what I want to do is I'm going to show you, I'm looking for the x values. So this point That's the x value. That's the x value. And that's the x value that corresponds. So the domain is -4, 0, and 1. All right, now I'm expecting someone to ask me a question. The domain is just the x values. That's all we're interested in writing. We're not interested in the ordered pair. We're not interested in the y value. We're only interested in the x coordinates. Okay, so range. What did I tell you range was? Range is the y values. Okay, you only list the y values. So R colon. Now, these are the y values right here. Now, what I tell kids is traditionally, it's not necessary, but traditionally we write them from smallest number to largest number. So the smallest number is -15, then 12, then 15, then 18. Notice I did not repeat any numbers. You do not repeat the numbers. Everybody with me? Do not repeat the numbers.
That makes sense.
All right, super easy. All right, you just have to know what the words mean. The range, I'm looking for the y values. So this time I'm going over to this because that's the y-axis. So I only care about the y values. So range, colon, I always go small to large. So -5, -4, -2, and 4. Okay? Domain. Domain is the what? The x values. So I'm only looking here. Smallest x. -13, 11, 13. That's how simple the domain is. All right, 13, same problem. Domain. X values. -5, 3, 4, 15. Do you have to put them in order? No, you don't. You don't have to put them in order. All right, don't repeat the numbers though. All right, that's the only condition. But traditionally, we always start small to large. All right, now, is the relation a function? Is the relation a function? So a relation is a function if all the x values are different. All right, so what I want to show you is this point right here and this point right here have the same x coordinate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does everybody see what I mean? This point right here is 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other point is 7, 6. So this is not a function. It's not a function because the x values are repeated.
And so basically, that means that like they're on all different, separate, like not on the same lines.
That's exactly right. Now, Austin, you said something really good there. I want to teach you something. So in math, to determine if it's a function, we say it's called a vertical line test. All right. If I drag this vertical line across the screen, if there's a point, if 2 points are on any vertical line, it's not a function. You see how those 2 points are on that line? Therefore, it's what? Not a function. It's called the vertical line test, guys. Vertical line test. All right. So look at 15. Is it a function? Yes or no? Someone tell me.
No.
No, it's not. Very good. Because 12 is used twice. Is 16 a function?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very good, guys. Yes, because if I drag a vertical line, it only touches once. Very good. Very good. Yes.
What if it's on like, what if one's in the negative and one's in the positive? Does that matter?
Well, so it could, is this a function now?
No, I know, but like just like
That has
what-
not, the only thing that has to do with is if the x value is used twice. That's
All
the
right.
only rule, okay?
Right.
And the easiest way is to use a vertical line test. Come on, guys. Is this a function?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Is 18 a function?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right,
So
girls.
So the y doesn't matter at all.
No, the y does not matter at all. The y could be
Alright.
used every single time. Like you could have this right here. That's still a function.
All right.
All right. The x's have to be different. All right. So now you have a choice. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one is a function?
Those are like all functions.
Definitely not this one, because 7 is mapped to 2 different numbers. Definitely not this one, because 8 is mapped to 2 different numbers.
3.
Yeah,
3.
very good. 3 is correct. Okay.
Wait, I'm kind of confused. If it
Okay,
doesn't, if the y doesn't matter, then couldn't
Right.
the second one be right too?
Right, but look, 8 goes to 2 different y values. This number can only have one y value.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, good. Good question. Come on,
I have a question.
hurry up.
Number 4, doesn't that have a 10?
Yeah, the 10 goes twice, right? So it's not a function.
Okay, I get it.
0 goes twice. Okay. So tell me down here, is the first one a function? Yes or no?
No, it's,
No, because 9.
No.
Is the second one a function?
No.
Is
No.
the third one?
No.
No.
There you go, guys. I told you, you got it. All right. Is it a function?
No.
No. Okay, now we're going to do the vertical line test. These are the ones that are tricky, okay? So here we go. I'm going to draw the uh-oh. For some reason, I've got to draw my good vertical line here. All right, as I drag this across, notice right here, it's still a function because that's an open circle. Everybody see? This one is the one that is a function, right? So I want everybody to say, is the relation a function? And the answer is yes. Okay. Let's look at 23. That one should be easy. Is that a function?
No.
Definitely not. 23
It
is
has curly lines, isn't it? And
right. There you go. Is 24 a function?
No.
No.
No, because it touches twice. Is 25 a function?
No.
No.
Come on
Yes.
now. It is a function.
Oh, it is.
Because it only touches once. Right? Every point only touches that vertical line once, every place on the graph. So this one was no, no, yes. All right, here we go. Is this a function? Number 26.
Yes. No. No.
Well,
No.
we're going to look. I think it's yes. So far it is still yes because that's open.
Oh wait, that's open.
Yeah, this means it doesn't, if it was filled in, now watch guys, everybody needs to pay attention. If it was filled in, is it a function now?
No.
No, it is not. Okay, so this right here is yes. Now let's look at 27. Is 27 a function?
No.
No, because right here it touches twice. So 27 is no. Is 28 a function?
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's look at 29. You have to pick the function. A, B, C, or D. Which one?
A.
A. Wait, no. Yeah.
B
No,
is not a
it's A.
B is not a function because of that vertical line right there.
It's an A. It's A.
Yes, it is A. Exactly. This one is not a function there. All right, sorry I'm hurrying. We're about out of time. Okay, which one is the function here, guys? A, B, C, or D?
D. D.
Now look right here for D.
Yeah,
That-
it touches its way.
C is correct. All right. Now, what's wrong with A? Right here, look at this vertical line. See, it crosses twice.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, guys, listen, I'm doing my best to try to make sure you guys are prepped and ready to go for next year. All right, so now your job is to go back and get, here's what I want from you guys. 80 for 100, 90 for what? 110.
110.
This is for extra credit. Okay?
On IXL, right?
On IXL, that's right. All right, then I'm going to post the solution and you have to check your answers. All right, you have to check your solutions. Everybody with me?
Are we actually doing an IXL or is this the IXL?
I'm not sure what you're asking me. Alden, what are you talking about?
Is the worksheet the IXL?
What do you think, Alden?
No.
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's
Not
problems.
even close. Not even close. How do I know if you've got the score to an 80 or 100 if you've done the worksheet? These were actual IXL problems, yes, because I wanted to make sure you knew them. I took all the IXLs all the way up to 90 and did an example of every single one of them. That's why they shouldn't be a problem. Everyone has to do the IXL. Get up to 80 for 100 and 90 for 110.
Okay.
All right? And do the evens. And I'm posting the evens for you to check your work yourself. All right? Please, I'm telling you every time, we're going to have equations and fractions.
Mr. Stroud.
Yes.
And the IXL is due next
class
time we ever-
period. Next class
Okay.
period. You're supposed to start it right now, though.
Okay.
Get started.
And the evens are due by the end of this class,
Yeah,
right?
into the next period, class period.
Okay.
Everything is always due next class period because I'm giving you a little bit of extra work. All right?
Okay.
Okay, because I'm worried about you guys next year, being ready. Okay, now if you understand all the explanations, if you understand everything, you can sign off and get to work. Those of you guys have a question, you can stay behind and ask me if everything wasn't clear. All right, it looks like things are going well. All right, you guys. All right, have a great day.